Good morning, everyone. Okay, so let me start a short introduction first, then we will proceed with the workshop. Okay, just Mr. Chong and Mr. Chiu, you get ready first, huh? Okay, so hi everyone. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Lee Won Xiang from Utah. I'm also the KLESF Secretariat. Welcome to today's workshop, Data Analysis Workshop. Thank you for taking time out and being here today. I will be posting the sign-in link at the chat box in a short while. So just a little housekeeping before we get started. So if you have any question, you may leave your question at the chat box. Just in case we miss out your question, then you please paste it again. If you would like to switch on your mic, maybe you let the speaker know first when is the good time to on your speaker. Okay, so let's talk about this virtual workshop. This workshop will guide the participants on the data analysis and present the data visualization report using the Microsoft Excel software. Now I would like to introduce our speaker. They are Mr. Chong Ka Meng and Mr. Chiu Chun Yong. Mr. Chong is a lecturer while Mr. Chiu is a senior lecturer. They are from the Department of Mathematical and Actuarial Sciences, Lee Kong Chian Faculty of Engineering and Science, University Tunku Abdul Rahman, Utah. So let's welcome our speaker.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, so Mr. Chong, I pass this session to you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. So, let me first introduce myself. So, I am Chong Ka Meng. So, currently, I am a lecturer in Utah. So, in today day one workshop, I will get you through some fundamental or basic knowledge regarding the Excel. Okay, so let me share my screen here. Okay, so can you see my screen? Can you see my screen here? Okay, thanks. Okay, so in this day one workshop, I will try my best to cover some basic of the Excel. Okay, so in the content of this workshop, I will try to cover the workbook, worksheet, the range, find and select, and then some data visualization or analysis technique, for example, like data validation and creating a chart from a database. And then also I will also guide you through some keyboard shortcut to increase your work efficiency. And last but not least, I will guide on how to protect your Excel file by encrypting your Excel file with some password. Okay, so let's start our day one workshop today. Okay, so before you opening an existing workbook, okay, so first open your Excel. Okay, so when you first open your Excel, you can either create a new workbook. Okay, create a new workbook from here, new workbook. Okay, so this is a new and blank workbook. Okay, or you can also open an existing workbook that is in your computer. Okay, so open here. So by clicking open here, you can see what is the recently used workbook in your computer. Okay. Or if you cannot find the workbook that you want to open, okay, in this interface, then you can go to browse, okay, browse, and then go and find the Excel file that you want to open, okay. So here will be the first step of opening an existing workbook. So a workbook is actually another name for Excel file. Okay, so in this workshop, I will use workbook that instead of Excel file. Okay. So after you open or create a new workbook, okay, so to close a workbook, you can simply click this cross, okay, the red cross to close your workbook. Okay, so to close a workbook, simply click the upper right X. Okay, if you have multiple workbook opens, clicking the upper right X will close the active workbook. Okay, so for example, you have multiple Excel files here. Okay, so for example, I have 3 Excel files here. Okay, so you clicking the close button will only close the current active workbook. Okay. So next, after that, I will. So after that, saving a workbook. Okay. So for example, this one is the workbook that you work on and you want to save your workbook. First, go to the file. Okay, go to the file and then click on the save as. Okay, save as. Okay, so from here you have a list of different version, different file type of the Excel file to select, but usually we will select the Excel workbook because this is the latest file type of the Excel workbook. Okay, and then for some old version of Excel, they will save the Excel workbook using this format. Okay, so the difference between this format and this format is that this old format can be read by any new version of the Excel. But then if you save your Excel workbook in this new Excel format, okay, then then it cannot be read by an old version of the Excel. Okay, so you click the save, then it will save your file. Okay, so the other thing about the workbook is regarding the auto recover. So as far as we concerned, okay, Excel periodically will save a copy of your Excel file. So when you accidentally click Don't Save below when you close the Excel file, okay, you can simply restore or find back the version of the Excel file that you did not save. Okay, so for example, if I close my Excel file here, sorry. Let me do some changes. Okay, so if I close my Excel file here and I did not save my my progress of the Excel file, Okay, so I can find my uh, uh, my auto recovery version of the Excel file. Okay, in under this file tag, okay, tab, and then click the info, and then go to the manage workbook. Okay, here restore any unset workbook. So if you have any unset workbook here, it will show in this folder. Okay, unset file. Okay, so okay, and then another thing about auto recovery is to which I think is quite important. Okay, so you can set the auto recovery to 1 minute. Okay, to save the auto recovery information for every 1 minute. Okay, so to do this, you can simply go to the File tab. Okay, click More, and then to go to the options. Okay, so go to Save. Okay, so here you can change the option for your auto recover. Okay, so you can change it to 10 minutes or depends on your on your uh, on your decision. So for me, I would like to save in every 1 minute. Okay. So so this one will be the first part of our workshop today. Okay. So next I will go to worksheet. Okay, worksheet. So what is a worksheet? Worksheet is a collection of cells. Okay, so each Excel workbook can contain multiple worksheets. Okay, so from this Excel interface, okay, you can see many worksheets. Okay, behind here, isn't it? So this one we call it the worksheet. Okay, worksheet. Okay, so now I will guide you how to insert rename or create a new worksheet. Okay, in this part. Okay, so the first one to insert a worksheet. Let me create a new document. Okay, so to insert a new worksheet, simply press the plus sign, okay, at the bottom. Okay, so after you click it, you will get a new worksheet. Okay. Okay, then to rename the worksheet, simply right hand click. Okay, right hand click, and then go to rename, and then you can just rename it whatever name you want. Okay, so we can name it as worksheet 1. Okay, and then click enter. Okay. Okay, so next, we so to move a worksheet. Okay, to move a worksheet. Okay, so simply click on this worksheet. Okay, until the little white paper symbol, okay, appear. Okay, then you can drag it, okay, to the front and back, okay, to move the worksheet. Okay, so for example, if I have multiple new worksheet, then you can just click on the worksheet you want to move, and then drag it to the position, okay, you want to paste. Okay. Uh, So far no, but later I will share the file to you because I have some hands-on problem. Okay, for you to practice. Okay, so later I will share the file to the group. Okay. So now next, after that, to delete the worksheet, okay. So simply right hand click and then delete, click the delete, okay, delete, okay. Next, to copy a worksheet, okay. Similarly, click right hand click, okay. Then you will see a command, okay, called the move or copy. Okay, click on it, and then a dialog box will appear. Okay, so click on this checkbox. Okay, click this checkbox. Okay, so this will create a copy, okay, of this sheet 4. Okay, and then you can determine, okay, what is the position or location of the new copy. Okay, so I would like to move it to the end. So I click to move to end. Okay, and then click OK. So this will be the new copy of the worksheet. Okay, so for example, let's say I have some data over here. Okay, so I'm right hand click and then move or copy. Okay, create a copy and then move to end and then click OK. So this will create a copy of the worksheet. Okay. Okay, so that's all for the general introduction of the work and the worksheet. Okay, so next we will move to range. Okay, range here. So for range, okay, so what is a range? Okay, so a range in Excel is a collection of two or more cells. Okay, so the cells here means the boxes. Okay, the box in the Excel file. Okay, so for example, okay, so this one box is called a cell, and the name of this cell is A1. Okay, so this A1 is actually named, okay, by referring the column header and the row header. Okay, so this the name of the cell will indicate the location or the position of the cell. Okay. So I have given some example here. Okay, so to select cell C3, okay, click on the box and at the intersections of column 3 and row 3. Okay, so cell C3 means that it is in the column C and row number 3. Okay. Next, to select a column or a row, okay, simply click on the column header, okay, column header or the row header, okay. So this will select the whole column or the whole row, okay. Okay, next, To select a range of data, okay, a range of cell, okay. So we will use this to indicate what is the size or the location of the cells. Okay, so this one B2, okay, and then C4. That means that you drag, okay, you select B2 and you drag and you open the box, okay, until C4. Okay, so for example, this one B2, okay, B2, and then I drag it until C4. Okay, so this will be a range of cells. Okay, then okay, so last one. Okay, so to select a range of individual cells, okay, just simply hold down the control button, okay, in your keyboard and click on each cells that you want to include in the range. Okay, so for example, I have 1, okay, 2, and then 3. Okay, in these 3 cells. Okay, so if you want to select these 3 cells only, then you simply click select the cells and then hold your control button. Okay, look at your keyboard, find the control button. Okay, hold the control button and then select the cells you want to select. Okay. Okay, so now any questions so far? Are you able to progress, or do you want me to repeat again? Okay, thank you. Okay, so next to move a range. Okay, to move a range. For example, I have a set of data here. Okay. So to move a range, okay, simply select the cells, okay, and then drag, move your pointer to the border, okay, of the cells, okay, until this symbol appear, okay. Then you can left click, okay, on it, and then drag it to any location you want. Okay. Okay, then regarding copy and paste range. Okay, so copy and paste range, you can either right hand click, okay, to copy, okay, and then paste, okay, paste the value, okay, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Control and then plus C, okay, Control plus C together to copy the data. Okay, copy, and then to paste the data, simply press Control plus V. Okay, so this is just copy and paste range. Okay, so next insert a row or column. Okay, so to insert or delete a row or column, okay, simply go to the header. Okay, for example, if I want to insert a new column, okay, go to the header, okay, and then right hand click, and then click on insert. Okay, so this will insert a new column for you. Okay, or you want to insert a raw. Okay, click on the raw header. Okay, and then click on insert. Okay, so this will insert another new raw for you. Okay, so next, to hide and to hide a raw or column. Okay, so this one similar operation. Okay, go to the row, go to the header. Okay, and then right hand click, and you will see a command here called the hide. Okay, so if you click on the hide, okay, it will hide the whole column. Okay, so for example, for this column, I want to hide it. Okay, then I can just click on the hide command. Okay, so to unhide the column, simply click on the unhide. Okay, so okay, so if you want to hide multiple column, you just select the column. Okay, until you just select all the column that you want to hide. Okay, so for example, I want to hide column K until O. So I select from column K until column O. And then I right hand click and then click on the hide. Okay, so to unhide it, simply click on the unhide. Okay, so actually there is another trick for hiding or unhiding the row or column. Okay, so usually I will do in this way. Okay, so now, okay, click on the column header. Okay, and then go to the data tab. Okay, data tab. Okay, data tab, and then go to the outline here. Okay, outline, and then click on the group. Okay, so in you click on the group, you will get a button like this, Okay, so this one you can simply hide or unhide the entire column. Okay, by pressing the button. Okay. Okay, so similarly, you can hide one or more column. Okay, using the same operation. Okay, you select the columns. Okay, and then click on the outline, and then click the group. Okay, so this will hide or unhide uh, the columns. Okay. So similar idea, you can do the same operation for the row. Okay, so for example, you want to hide row number 8 until 12. Okay, then click on the outline and then click on the group. Okay, so this will just hide or unhide the row. Okay. Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, if no, then I continue with some introduction to some filling technique, okay, of a range. Okay, so this one I'm going to share you the Excel file. Okay. Okay, so please download the Excel file here, and then we will demonstrate and do the example together. Okay. Okay, so to fill a range, actually to fill a range with same data, okay, we can just drag the value, okay. So for example, this one product, okay. So I click on the border of the cell, okay, and then drag it down, okay, drag it down, okay. So this will help you to fill up the range, okay, with the same value, okay, same value of the cells, okay. So similarly, you can do this to any value of the cells. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, so you drag it. Okay, and then you will get the cells. Okay, filled with value 1. Okay, so try this on the Excel file. Okay, so this one dragging is a basic technique lah, okay, of filling a range. Okay, next I will expand on a technique called autofill. Okay, so autofill as implied by the name, okay, autofill will automatically fill a series of cells. Okay, so to fill this series of cells, you need to tell the Excel lah, okay, what pattern you want to fill. Okay, for example, here I have 1. Okay, and then I want to get number 2. For example, here I want to get a series. Okay, 1, 2, and then 1 plus 2, and then 2 times 2 we have 4. Okay, and then 4 times 2 we have 8. Okay, something like this. Okay, so to continue the progress, okay, we select the cells, okay, and then drag it down. Oh, sorry. So this one 1 and 2. Okay, drag it down. Okay, so this one will create a series, okay, for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3 until 10. Okay, and then you can also do it for the months. Okay, for the months, for example, I have January here, so I drag it down. Okay, I can get the rest, okay, of the months. Okay, January until December. Okay, and then Friday. Okay, so if you don't want to drag it down, you can also double click on the border of the cell. Okay, and this one will give you the series of the day. Okay. So next, this one book 1. Okay. So if you drag it down, you will get book 2 until book 12. Okay. So similarly, you can use this technique, okay, to the date and the time. Okay. For example, you have date here. Okay. You drag it down. Okay. It will increase the date by 1 day. Okay. And then for the time, if you drag it down, it will increase the time by 1 hour. Okay. So similarly for this one. Okay. So this one is the feature of the autofill, where it will automatically fill a series of the sales value. Okay. By knowing the first value of the cells. Okay. So next, okay, another technique here called the flash fill. Okay, so this one will automatically extract or combine data when a pattern is recognized. Okay, so this one pattern is recognized is important. Okay, because to use the flash fill, okay, you need to tell, okay, the Excel what pattern you want to be preserved in your result. Okay, so for example, I have a set of data here. Okay, so I have Tony, and then 18 years old, and then the gender of the person. Okay, so to use the flash fill, okay, you need to tell the Excel, okay, what is the pattern you want to preserve, okay, in the result. Okay, so for example, for the first one, I have to tell the Excel, okay, what is the answer, okay, of this cells. Okay, so for example, the first one is Tony. Okay, and then the gender is male, and then the age is 18. Okay, so from here, okay, you do not need to do it manually and fill in other cells. Okay, but you can use a feature, okay, in the data tab. Okay, so click on this Tony. Okay, click on this Tony, and then go to, okay, go to the data tab. Okay, data tab, and then here you will, under the data tool group, okay, under this group, you will see a symbol for the flash fill. Okay, this one. Okay, so simply click on it. Okay, click on it, or you can use the keyboard shortcut, the Control plus E. Okay, so this one, after you click it, it will flash fill the remaining cells for you. Okay, so similarly for this one, you can simply click Control plus E. Okay, to get the value yourself. Okay, this one also Control plus E. Okay, so this is the one of the function of the flash fill. It will automatically extract the data, okay, when a pattern is recognized. Okay, So next, in the second example, I will show you that we can also use this feature to combine the data. If we tell the Excel what is the pattern we want, okay? So for example, I have the name and gender here. So I want to construct a new sentence, okay, from these two cells, okay? So I can write that Tony is a male, okay? Tony is a male, okay? So this one, because I have tell the Excel, I want to put the two data in this pattern, okay? So if I click the fetch field, okay, it will automatically combine the data for us, okay? Okay, so another one, actually you can give your answer, okay? You can key in the first answer in whichever column, okay, whichever cell. So it not necessarily the first cells must be the answer, okay? So for example, you can key in your answer here. So for email address, you can write ad.mail mail.com, okay? So because you have tell the Excel, okay, what is the pattern you want, okay? So by selecting these cells and then click on the fetch field, okay, it will automatically do it for the rest of the cells, okay? So here will be some fundamental technique, okay, to fill a range. Okay, so now I would like you to do some hands-on problem, okay, that I prepared for you. Okay, so try to do on the practice one. Okay, so for practice one, I have give you some contact number in this format. Okay, but then I want to reformat the entry, okay, the value of the cells, okay, in a new format. Okay, so for example, this one, I want to put in 010 and then 943 and then 2866. So just like this, and then you can try to use the fetch field feature to complete the practice. Okay, so for this hands-on problem one, I would like to give you 15 minutes to complete on this one. After that, then we will discuss the answer together. Okay. So if you have any problem, you can ask in the chat box. Okay. I only have 35. Can you move to the hands-on problem 1 worksheet. Okay, you should be able to see practice 1, 2, practice 3, and then practice 4, and then practice 5 here. Okay, so you can view the column by adjusting this one. Yeah. Okay, so we will discuss the answer, okay, on this one at 10 a.m. Okay, so meanwhile, if you have any question, you can just raise up and drop your message in the chat box. No, this is not a group work. It's just an individual hands-on practice for you.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, for the practice war, we need to do a column like this for practice for.
Well, actually, for practice for my intention is for you to form a new sentence. Okay. For example, this one student, you replace it with the name of the student. So this one will be the Steven. Okay, and then score. So this one's score will
It's
be 91.
sir, it's like a sentence.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Let's wait for the other first. Okay, shall we discuss the answer? Okay, okay, so for the first one, okay, so I have answered the first, okay, the first answer, okay, on the this cells, okay. So the reason why I need to input the answer is so that I can let the Excel, okay, to know what is the pattern the Excel need to follow, okay. So in this pattern, okay, click on the data, okay, and then flash fill, okay. So this will be the new format, okay, of the contact number, okay. So for practice 2, okay, so this one, instead of using only the original contact number, we can also add something new on the original data. Okay, for example, I can add 0, okay, in front of the contact number. So this one will be 6010, okay, and then 9432866, okay, and then use the control plus E, okay, control plus E, okay, to get the remaining answer, okay. So for the third one, it just I just put it in the under the same table, okay. So sorry. So this one is just same answer. Okay, the okay, so that's the answer. Okay, so okay, another additional question for you. Okay, so what if I paste my contact number, okay, on the right hand side, okay, can I still use the flash fill feature, okay, if I put my answer on the left? What do you think? Okay, so let's say I want to get the last four digit, okay, so can I still able to use the flash fill? Okay, so the last four digits, for example, this one, 4523, okay. So the answer is yes, okay. So as long as you tell the Excel file, okay, what is the pattern you want to preserve, then you can use the flash fill feature, okay, for the remaining cells, okay. Okay, so for the practice number 4, okay, so for practice number 4, actually I want you to form a sentence, Okay, from these four data given. Okay, so this one is Steven or 91, and then A plus in maths. Okay, so this one similarly you use the flash field. Okay, so this is the final product, the final result of the flash field. Okay, so the next one, the last one, we try to extract the data, okay, from the file name. Okay, so this example for this one is 1. Okay, sorry, 1. Starting page is 34. Last page is 78. And then the file type for this one is PDF. Okay, so then you just click the flash field. Okay, to get the answer. Okay, and that's all of the solution of this hands-on problem 1. So any questions so far? Anything you want to ask so far? Okay, if no, then we continue. Okay, we continue to find and select. Okay, find and select. Okay, so okay, so for example, if I have a set of small data, a small data size set. Okay, so let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have another 6 here. Okay, so to find the values of certain cells, okay, or occurrence, okay, we can simply go to home, okay, home, and then go to the editing group, okay, editing, okay, and then click on the find and select. Okay, after you click find and select, you have find or replace. Okay, if you want to find the value, okay, you just click the find. If you want to replace the value you found, okay, then you click the replace. Okay, so this one find. Okay, or simply you can use the keyboard shortcut. Okay, the keyboard shortcut is Control plus F. Okay, or Control. Okay, Control plus H or Control plus F. Okay, F or H will do the job for you. Okay, so Control F. If I want to find the value 6, okay, value 6 here, then you can click the find next. Okay, so you will see that the cell will point to the finding. Okay, that match the value you enter. Okay, so if you click the find next again, it will move to the second matching occurrence. Okay, in the worksheet. Okay, so if you want to see, okay, all the occurrence, you can click on the find all. Okay, find all. So here you will see the location, the cells, and the matching occurrence, okay, of the result. Okay, so next, for example, if I mistakenly tap the value 9 to be 6, okay, so supposedly this one 6 and 6, it should be 9, but I mistakenly tap in the value to be 6, okay, so in this case I can use the replace, okay, feature, okay, so I find the 6, okay, and then replace it with the value 9, okay, so this one I can find next, okay, and then replace it, and then find next and replace it, okay, or you can just use the replace all, okay, to replace the value, okay, in one shot, okay. So that's the idea of find and select, okay, in Excel, okay. So okay, so now turn to the tab, okay, turn to the worksheet, find and select, okay. So now try to find the occurrence of carrot, okay, and then try to replace all the carrot with green onion, okay. Try to replace all the carrot, okay, with green onion, okay. Okay, so to do this, okay, we use the find we use a find feature, okay, and then goes to the replace. Then we find the carrot, okay, carrot, and then we replace it with green onion. Okay, so initially okay, initially this will be the value, okay, this will be the value. After that, after I confirm that all this value I want to replace it with green onion, okay, then I click the replace all, okay. So by doing this, all the carrot are replaced with the green onion, okay. So that's the idea of find and select. Okay, so next I have another simple exercise for you. So this one in this practice, okay, try to find all the bachelor and replace the bachelor, okay, bachelor with bachelor degree, okay. And then number 2, find all the 7 until 11, okay, grade, and then replace it with high school certificate. Okay, so in the data here, okay, by observation, you can see that there are 7, 11, 9, okay, in the under the category of education. So what you need to do is that you need to replace all the 7, okay, 9, 11, okay, to high school certificate. Okay, so this one I would like to give you 3 minutes to explore on your own. Okay, to 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 solve it on your own. Okay, so I would like to discuss the answer at 10:15, okay, a.m. Okay.
Done, sir.
Yes. All done. Okay, good. Okay, so for number one, okay, so find all the bacteria, okay, bacteria, okay, find all, okay, so all of these are the search result, okay, so next replace all the bacteria with bacteria, okay, degree. Okay, so notice that because in the question, this question is in the same worksheet. Okay, so if I click on the replace all, it will also replace the bacteria here. Okay, so be careful. So find next, okay, and then replace. Find next, replace, and replace. Okay. Here. Okay, so notice that because this one is in the, as I mentioned before, this one is this value is in the same worksheet. Okay, so if I think I mistakenly click on the replace button for this one. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, so another one, find all the 7 until 11 th. Okay, so this one fine. Okay, so if I just simply put in the th, okay, it will find all the words, okay, with the with the alphabet th. Okay. Okay, so for example, this one with, okay, it will appear in the search result also. Okay, so let's see what is the search result. Okay, so this one we have the with. Okay, so it appear in the search result. Okay, and then the second one, because in the question we have the th mark. Okay, so it will also appear in the search result. Okay, so we ignore these two. Okay, we just replace it. Okay, for the third until the sixth search result. Okay, certificate. Okay, and then replace. replace, and then replace. Okay, and then that's the answer. Okay. Okay, so so this will be the overview. Okay, the idea of find and select. Okay. Okay, next we will move to a main, okay, a main content of our workshop today. Okay, data validation. Okay, so what is data validation? Okay, so data validation in Excel help us to make sure that the user enters a certain value into the cell. Okay, so this one certain value, it could be a whole number. Okay, it could be a data. Okay, it could be a time. Okay, and we could have several constraints on the value we enter. Okay, so the first one. Okay, to create a data validation rule. Okay, first we need to select the cells that you want to validate. Okay, and then click on the data tab. Okay, the data tab here. Okay, in the data tools group. Okay, click on the data validation. So this symbol is the data validation. Okay, click on this one, data validation. And then a dialog box will appear. Okay. So as I mentioned just now, we could have different constraint or different condition or different requirement on the value we enter into the cells. Okay. So for the first cases, okay, we will examine on the whole number criteria example. Okay. So this one whole number criteria would be a set or exclude a range of number or specific minimum number or a maximum number, okay, that we need to enter into a cells. Okay, so for the first one, whole number, okay, we want to validate that any value we enter into these cells is between 1 and 2. Okay, so to do this, click on these cells. Okay, select these cells and then go to the data validation. Okay, data validation. So from here, from this box, okay, we have three different settings here. Okay, but we go to the main setting here. Okay, so since we want the data to be a whole number, so this one we only allow the whole number. Okay, whole number, and the number have to be between 1 and 2. So this one we can select between, not between, equal until less than or equal to. Okay, so all these are optional and depends on the criteria you want to set. Okay, so for this case we select between. Okay, and the minimum value is 1 and the maximum value is 2. Okay, so after that we click OK. Okay, we click OK. So now we try to enter some value inside this box. Okay, so whole number between 1 and 2, that means that we can enter either 1, okay, or either 2. Okay, so if I enter 1.5, it will be invalid because we want a whole number. Okay, so it will say that this value does not match the data validation restriction defined for these cells. Okay, similarly, if you enter 0 or 3, okay, also it will alert you that the data is not valid. Okay. Also, some other formatting you can do here is that, okay, you can modify on the input message. Okay, on the input message, you can say a whole number here. Okay, so this one input message could be anything you want to tell the user. Okay, so this one will be enter a whole number 1 and 2. Okay, so this one click OK. Okay, so when you select this cells, it will automatically tell you that to enter a whole number between 1 and 2. Okay, so this is something you can do here. Okay, so now I would like to give you 2 minutes, okay, to try to practice on the rest. Okay, try to carry out the data validation for the rest. Okay, for the remaining cells. Okay, so I will discuss this on 10:26 okay AM. Okay, so for the rest, you can just repeat the same operation, okay, on the remaining cells, and then eventually you will reach to the correct data validation criteria. Okay, so for the next one, so this one we will try to include some cells reference, okay, into the data validation. Okay, so this one I want to validate the data in this cells that it is a whole number between the value of F13. Okay, F13 refer to this one. Okay, F13. Okay, and then G13 refer to this value. Okay, so so to incorporate cells reference into the data validation, Okay, so similar idea. Okay, go to the data validation and then go to allow whole number. Okay, then you click between. Okay, so this one, okay, this one you can click on the F13 cells. Okay, this one, and then you press the F4. Okay, F4 to lock the cells reference. Okay, and then this one you press on the F4. Okay, the function key on your keyboard. Okay, so you press on the F4, it will lock your cells value. Okay, and then for the maximum, okay, this one, okay, select G13 and then press F4 to lock the value. Okay, so after then we have done the data validation. Okay, so now the criteria in this cell is that it must be a whole number between 10 and 20. Okay, so let's say if I enter 9 here, it will be invalid. Okay, if I enter 10, then it will be valid. Okay, so similar idea for this one. Okay, so whole number and then less than or equal to, and then G13, okay, and then lock the cells. Okay, so this one, any whole number less than 20. Okay, if I enter 21, it will be invalid. Okay, so I enter 15. Okay, so next one. Okay, so sometimes, okay, have you ever fill up any survey form? Okay, so in the survey form, they will tell you that one is strongly disagree. Okay, strongly disagree. And then 2 is disagree. Okay, 3 is neither, and then 4 is agree, and then 5 is strongly agree. Something like this, right? Something you face in the survey form. Okay. So now I want to validate, okay, the value, okay, in these cells is a whole number between, okay, the minimum and the maximum of some number. Okay, so to do this, we will use some Excel formula, okay, called the minimum and maximum. Okay, so this one similarly, we use the data validation and then click on the whole number, and then this one will be between, and then this one is the minimum. Okay, it would be equal minimum, and then we select this column, okay, from the beginning to from 1 to 5, okay, and then lock the cells. Okay, we lock the range. Okay, after that, this one maximum, and then we select this range. Okay, and then we lock it again. Okay, so now here will be a whole number between 1 and 5. Okay, so if I enter 6, it will be invalid. Okay, if I enter 3, it will be valid. Okay, so that's all for the data validation for whole number. Okay. Okay, so next one, we can do the data validation on the date. Okay, on the date. For example, okay, if I want to book for if I want to apply for a vacations start date, okay, and the date should be between 1st of January 2021 until end of the year. Okay, so for this one, similarly, we click on the data validation, but now the allow here, we change it to date. Okay, we change to date. Okay, and then we want the date. We want the date to be between these two days. Okay, so click on this box. Okay, and then select the cells. Okay, and then lock it. Okay, press F4 to lock it, and then the end date would be this one, and then we lock it again. Okay, so now the valid date here will be between these two dates. Okay, so if I key in 1st of January of 2020, okay, it will be invalid. Okay, but if I put it 1st of March of 2021, okay, then the data will be valid. Okay. So how to make? Actually, it is not automatically appear. Okay, you need to press the F4 button. Okay, the function keyboard. Okay, the function key. Okay, the F4 F4 button. Let me show you virtual keyboard F4 keyboard. Okay, this one F4. Okay, not pressing F and 4. Okay, F4. Okay, this one is the function key. Okay. Okay, so okay. Okay, so next just now we have talked about the whole number, and then we have talked about date criteria. Now we move to time criteria. Okay, so for the time, actually in Excel we have some we have a specific format for the time. Okay, so here similarly we use the data validation. Okay, data validation, and then we allow the data to be time. Okay, so the time should be between 12 p.m. and then 1:30 p.m. Okay, so this one we have to follow the format of the Excel. So if you do not format the if you do not follow the format, then the Excel cannot recognize it as a time. Okay, so to write it as a time, you can write as a 12 and then the column, okay, and then 00 p.m. Okay, and then this one will be 1:30 p.m. Okay, So now I try to enter 11 a.m. Okay, that would be invalid. Okay, so if I enter 1 p.m., that would be valid. Okay. So this one I show you again. Okay. So go to the data validation. Okay. So the format of the time is in this format. Okay. So this is the standard format of the time in Excel. Okay. So if you use a full stop or semicolon instead of the colon, okay, then the Excel cannot recognize it as a timer, okay. So if I replace this one with a full stop, okay, it will say that the time you enter, okay, is invalid, okay. So it is not the correct format lah, okay. Okay, so next one, the list criteria example. Okay. Okay, so the list criteria example. Okay, so this one we can create a drop-down list of items to select. Okay, so for example, you have maybe in your final exam or whatever test, okay, you have some multiple choice question. Okay, you can only select A, B, C, or D only, isn't it? Okay, so in this case, to validate the data you enter is one from the A, B, C, or D. Okay, you can use the data validation. Okay, so so this one data validation. Okay, data validation, this one allowed, we change to list. Okay, we change to list, and then the source. Okay, the source here means that what is the option, okay, you give to the user, okay, to enter into the cells. Okay, so for the first example, I would like to give the choice of yes or no only. Okay, yes or no. Okay, so after I click OK, okay, so you can only select yes or no, okay, for the specific cell only. Okay, so what if I want to change to other option? Okay, you can change to, for example, A, okay, B, C, and D. Okay. Okay, so this one okay, and then the data here will become the choices here will become A, B, C, or D. Okay. Okay, so this would be the first situation where we create a drop-down list, okay, from a delimited list. Okay. So next we can also create the list, okay, create the drop-down list, okay, with self-reference, okay. For example, I want the choices of the fast food to be one of these 5 choices only, okay. So to do this, similarly, we click on the data validation, okay, data validation, and then we click on list. Okay, so now for the source, okay, because we have the data here, So what we can do is that we just select the option, okay? We just select the option, okay? And then we click OK, okay? So now the choices, okay, for this fast food would be these 5 options only, okay? Okay, now try to do it for the drinks, okay? So go to the data validation and then select the list, okay? After that, the source you select the correct the correct cells, okay? Or maybe you need to press the Fn, okay, and the F4 together, okay, because your function key is disabled, I think. Okay, try to press the okay, I think you get it. Okay, so this one, okay, okay, data validation, okay, create a list, okay, and the source will be this one, okay, and then click OK, and then that would be the option for the drinks, okay. Okay, so this is all for the data validation part. So now I would like to give you uh, 15 minutes to do on the hands-on problem 2. Okay, practice 1, 2, and 3. Okay, after that we will discuss this on 11 a.m. Okay. Is it? Oh, because the reason why you need to lock the cells is that for example, okay, so initially the D number 4 here is 1, isn't it? Okay, so if you insert a new column here, so now the new D4 here, okay, the value will become empty. Okay, so if you lock the cells, no matter how I move the position, I can still get the correct value. Okay, so that's why I lock the cells. And any problem so far? Okay, so actually for this one, maximum and minimum is actually one of the Excel formula. Okay, one of the Excel formula. So this Excel function, okay, the minimum function will help us to find the minimum number among a set of data, okay, or a set of series of cells. Okay, so for example, this one J5 until J9, okay, that means this set of data, okay. So we use the minimum function to find what is the minimum number, okay, among these five numbers, okay. And then a similar way, the maximum function is used to find the maximum number among the set of data you selected. Okay. Okay, so let's discuss the answer. Okay, so this one, for practice one, actually, the operation for this is almost similar, okay, as the whole number criteria example. Okay, so this one I will just show you one of the solution, okay, and then the rest, okay, of the remaining question you can carry out the same operation on the cells, okay, to get the answer. Okay, so for the first one, data validation, and then here we select decimal, okay, and it is between 1.1 and 1.9. Excuse me, 1.1 and 1.9. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, so here we can validate that it is excuse me. Okay, it is correct. Okay, so next for the second example. So text length criteria example. So this one we can specify the length of our data, okay, and then we limit the length of our data enter. Okay, so for the first one, data validation, and this one we select the text length, okay, text length, okay, and then this we select equal to, and the length is 9. Okay, so we can enter like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and it is correct. But if we enter 1, 2, 3 until 8, is incorrect. Okay, so similar operation for the for this question. Okay, so next we move to practice 3. Okay, practice 3. Okay, so practice 3 is more to a bit complex. Okay, so for the first column, okay, the data should be exactly 6 characters long. Okay, so similarly, actually, to do the same data validation for a column, okay, we can select the column, the cells, okay, at once, okay, and then we do the data validation. Okay, this one will be 6. Okay, so by doing this, I already did the data validation for this column. Okay, and then for salary, okay, it could be any value, okay, in the range of 1,500 until 5,000. Okay, so this one data validation. Okay, so because it is any value, so it could be decimal place. Okay, so between 1,500 and then 5,000. Okay, so this one salary bonus. Okay, so the salary bonus cannot be greater than 10% of the salary. Okay, 10% of the salary, that means that this one salary bonus, okay, is 0.1 or 10% multiple. Okay, so this one asterisk is the multiple. Okay, multiple this cells. Okay, so let's say this is 2000, and the salary bonus will be 200. Okay, because 10% of the salary. Okay, so we use 10%. Okay, multiply with the value of the salary. Okay. Okay, so to do this data validation, okay, so data validation, okay, decimal places cannot be greater than, mean less than, okay, so equal to this one multiplied by 10%, okay. Okay, so that is the data validation for this cells, okay, for this cells, okay, and then for the department, okay, department. So the department, it could be one, okay, of this list, okay. So obviously here we need to create a drop-down list, okay. Similarly, we go to the data validation, okay, and then go to the list, okay. So the source will be this 5 department, okay, and then click OK, okay. Oh, sorry, I should have selected all the cells, but never mind. Let's do this again. Okay. Yeah. Okay, all 5. Okay. So next one for the gender. So gender we can have only 2 options, okay. So what we can do is to custom. Sorry, list. Okay, list, and then the source, because we could only have 2 options, male or female. Okay. So that's the way. Okay, for the last column. Okay. Here. Okay. So that's the answer. Okay, for the hands-on problem problem 2. Okay. So next we will move to chart. Okay, we will move to how to create a bar, a line, a pie chart, and a combination chart. Okay. Can you show the answer for salary and bond? Okay, so this was salary. This was salary. Okay, data validation. Okay, it could be since it could be any value, so we use the decimal. Okay, so decimal between 1500 and 5000. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, so this one could be any value, okay, between the range. Okay, and then the second one, so this one. So this one, because it is 10% of the salary, okay, 10% of the salary. So that means that it could be a decimal number that is less than the product of the salary multiplied with 10%. Okay, so it will be D31. Okay, D31. Okay, multiplied with 10%. Yeah, 10%. Okay, 10%. Okay, so that's the answer. Any other problem? Okay, thank you. Yeah, 10%, 10%. But this one formula part. This one. Is it this one? Problem 2. Yeah. Is it this one? But this one of hands-on problem 2. You mean this one? This one. This one, because it is the similar operation as the example in the previous whole number criteria example. Okay, so for this one I didn't show you lah. Okay, so if you want to know, then it will be data validation and then decimal, okay, between the minimum, okay, of this one. This one. And then maximum, this one, log 8. Okay, so that's the answer. So between minimum and maximum, so this one minimum, this one is maximum. So if I enter 100, it will be invalid. So if I enter 40, it will be valid. Okay. So I put because I set the criteria here is cannot be, yeah. You can use the greater than or less than or equal to. Okay, since it cannot be greater than 10% of the salary. Okay, but for this one, it should be 10%. Okay, so this one, it should be 10%. Just now, I forgot to enter the percent. Okay, so if you enter the percent, you should be getting the correct data validation. Okay. Okay. So next we move to the chart creating part. Okay. Create a chart based on a data set given. Okay, so for example, most of you have learned so far the chart tab is let me see the chart tab. Okay, so I think most of you have learned what is a bar chart and what is a pie chart, and then what is a histogram so far in your secondary school. Okay, so in this section, I will just cover you the pie chart, the bar chart, the line chart, the line graph, and the histogram. Okay, because other chart you haven't learned it in your school also. Okay, so I skip it. Okay, but the way you create the chart is the same. Okay, so to create a chart, first you select the table. Okay, you select the data you want to use to create the chart. Okay, so for example, I want to create a chart. Okay, based on this table. Okay, after that we go we need to go to the insert. Okay, insert, and then go to the chart groups. Okay, chart group. So if you don't know what chart you should be generating from this data, then you can use the recommended chart. Okay, so it will recommend some chart to you. Okay, for example, this one is a bar chart. Okay, this one is bar chart. Okay, or you can also change it to other tabs like a pie chart. Okay, so that's how you create a chart. Okay, from a table. Okay, so let me demonstrate it again. Okay, let me demonstrate again. First, you select the full table. Okay, the full table. Okay, including the header. Okay, then go to insert. Okay, and then go to there are different type of chart here that you can select. Okay, so for example, line graph. Okay, line graph. Okay, so this one because we want to find the suitable chart tab, so we can just follow the recommended chart. Okay, so I think pie chart is quite nice. Okay, so I select the pie chart. Okay, so from here pie chart, actually you have you can format, okay, the chart. Okay, here. Okay, so here you can have the data label. Okay, so the data label will show you, okay, what is the exact data value, okay, in the of the portion. Okay, what is the exact portion of the or the percentage of the data of the bar chart, or sorry, of the pie chart. Okay, so this one legend is actually the legend for to indicate which is the grade. Okay, this one is the indicator. Okay, so next you can also format, okay, the color, the style of your graph here. Okay, you can explore this on your own. Okay, so another thing I want to tell you is that, okay, maybe I should change another okay, let's say a histogram here. Okay, a bar chart here. So what we can do is that we can format, okay, we can format our chart area. Okay, so all of these are the formatting that you can do. Okay, to format to format your graph and chart. Okay, so okay, and then okay, select on the chart area. Okay, and then right hand click. Okay, then you can see the select data here. Okay, so this one you can include you can deselect the any of the data. For example, if I select D, deselect D, okay, it will disappear, okay, from the chart. Okay, so if you want to add it back, okay, then you just select again the data series. Okay, and then all of these like the axis, okay, and the title you can format, okay, based on your own favor. Okay, so this one would be the basic operation to create a chart. Okay, so next, sometimes we are required to create a combination chart. Okay, a combination chart means that we put two different charts, okay, into one chart. Okay, two different charts into one chart. Okay, so this one similar operation. Okay, we select the whole diagram. Sorry, the whole table. We select the whole table, and then go to insert. Okay, and then go to this one. Okay, so this symbol is the combo chart. Okay, so based on the combo chart, you can select. Okay, select whatever chart that you like. Okay, so in what is the special characteristic of this chart is that, okay, you can present two different graph, okay, under one chart. Okay, for example, the y-axis on the left hand side would represent the number of users in a university. Okay, and then the y-axis of the right hand side would be the price of the model. Okay, so with these two y-axis, we are able to put these two graphs, okay, these two charts into one graph. Okay, and to do this, we just have to select the combo chart. Okay, the combo chart here. Okay, so that's the idea of creating a chart. Okay, using the chart feature in the Excel. Okay, so now okay, I have another three practice, okay, for you on creating a different chart, okay, based on the given data set. Okay, so try to practice on this exercise. Okay, and then we will discuss this on 11:40. Okay. Okay, so for your information, actually you can okay, so for your information, actually you can refer, okay, to Okay, you click the recommended chart. Okay, and then you click the all charts. Okay, here you can see what is a bar chart. Okay, and then for the second practice, okay, for the second practice, we want a combo chart. And then the third practice, we want a histogram. Okay, so from the recommended chart, okay, from the recommended chart, okay, you can know what is the histogram or combo chart. Okay. And then one thing I forgot to mention here. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention here. You can for all the chart, okay, including the bar chart, the line chart, or the combo chart, you can always add different chart element here. Okay, add different chart element. Okay. For example, the axis title. Okay. So you can customize this on your own. Okay. So you try to explore this on your own. Okay. To make a combo chart. Okay. This one. Okay. Okay. So first you select the table. Okay. Select the full table. Okay. Full table. And then go to the insert. Okay. Combo chart is this one. Okay. This one. Okay. Insert combo chart. This symbol. Okay. So you can preview the outcomes of the chart. Okay. So I select this one. Okay. Also, if you don't want your chart to be appear in the same worksheet, okay. So for example, if you want your chart to appear as a new worksheet, okay. So what you can do is that you select the full table, okay. Select the full table, and then you press F11, okay. F11, okay. So it will automatically create a chart sheet for you. Okay. So from here, then you can change the so from here you can change the outlook of the chart lah. Okay. So you could get the similar chart, but then by pressing the F11, it would be some keyboard shortcut lah. Okay.
Dance.
Okay, good. Maybe you can take a short break until 11:40. Okay. Okay. So for those who have done the practice, okay, maybe you can further explore, okay, on the chart, okay. So for example, this one, go to the chart design here, okay, and then go to change chart tab. Okay, actually you can see that I can modify, okay, I can change the bar chart, okay, for the number of user, okay, to a line chart, okay, to a line chart. And then the price of the model, okay, initially it is a line chart, okay, but I can change it to a bar chart or a column chart, okay, something like this. Okay, you can try to export the feature on your own, okay. Okay, let's wait for the other first, and we will discuss on 11:35. Okay, after that we will finish the other two short contents. Then we will finish the workshop for day one. Okay. Okay, let's discuss practice one. So practice one, create a bar chart for the following data. Okay, so first select the full table. Okay, select the full table. Insert, or you can press the F11. Okay, if you want. Okay, so select the bar graph. Okay, select a bar. Okay, so okay, so maybe this one. This one. Okay. So okay, so this will be our bar chart. Also, for all the title, you can modify on your own. Okay, bar chart of life. Currency. Okay, in different country. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so you can try to change to different style, or change to different color. Okay, depends on you. Okay, if you think this one is ugly, then you choose other style lah. Okay, and then for all the axis, okay, you can format it. Okay, format the axis. Okay, so this one will allow you to modify what is the maximum or the minimum, okay, value of the x-axis. Okay, so for this one, I make it to 80. Okay, this one I make it to 90. Okay, 87 maybe. Okay, something 86 lah. Okay, 86. Okay, something like this. Okay. So next one, practice number 2. Okay. So table below shows the financial report of company X. Create a combo chart based on the given data. Okay. So this one, select the full table. Okay, full table, and then insert combo chart. Okay. So this one combo chart. Or you can press F11. Okay, F11. F11. And then change the chart tab into this one. Okay. After that, for more detailed modification, okay, this one you can always change on yourself. Okay. So let's say this one line graph. This one is bar. Okay, also can. Okay, so this one I left it to you to export on your own. Okay, so the last one. Okay, create a histogram for the following data. Okay, so for this data, we can just use the shortcut. Okay, so you press the shift. Okay, the shift. Okay, and then press to the right. Okay, to the right, and then you press the shift and then control together, and then press down. It will select the whole table. Okay, so for this table, insert histogram. Histogram. This one. Okay, this one is our histogram. Okay, so this one also you can modify the all the color. Okay, to beautify the chart. Okay, and then the axis you can also format it. Okay, so this one is a little bit different because it is a histogram. Okay, so this one been with okay, will be the width of the rectangle. Okay, this one I could set it to maybe 10. Okay, so 10. Okay, you can also set it to 5. Okay, the Excel will automatically do the job for you. Okay. So also this one over 4 and the under 4. Okay. So for example, if I set the over 4 to 170, okay. So the last rectangle will represent any data that is more than 170. Okay. Similarly for the under 4 pin, okay. So this one I set it to 150. Okay, 150. Okay. So this one will the Excel will automatically do the job for you lah. Okay. So all this modification actually you need to export on your own because there are too much feature here. Okay, and there is no time for me to explain all. Okay, so I left this to you. Okay, for yourself to explore. Okay. Okay, so so the last two content, okay, is relatively easy. Okay, so protect. Okay, so for example, if you are doing on a secret job and you don't want others to know the result, okay, of content in your workbook. Okay, so in this case, you can encrypt your Excel file with a password. Okay, so for example, this one, I encrypt it. So I go to the file, okay, and then I save as, okay. So this one more option, okay. Then the tool here, okay, the tool here, go to general options. Okay, so this one password to open, password to modify. So I would require a password to open the file. So let's say my password is 111. Okay, then I click OK, and then I re-enter again 111. Then I save. Okay, so if I close it, reopen it, I would require the same password to open the Excel file. Okay, so this one is to protect your working lah. Okay, so that it will not be steal or cheat by other. Okay. Okay, so the last one, keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so this one keyboard shortcut I have list out. Okay, some of the shortcut here. Okay, so this shortcut actually can help you to increase your work efficiency. For example, to create a new workbook. Okay, so normally if you are a new user, you will go to the file and then go to new and then click on the blank workbook, okay, to create a new workbook. Okay, so but if you are familiar and know this keyboard shortcut already, then you can press the control and N, okay, to create a new workbook for you. Okay, so I will not go through in detail all the keyboard shortcut. So this one will be uh, will be just for your reference, okay, for your future work. Okay, so I think I have covered all the content of our workshop day 1. So, anything you want to ask so far? I would like to open an Q&A session to the floor. Okay, so anything you want to ask? No, no question. Then good. So, Miss Lee, shall we end our workshop today?
Yeah. Okay, so there is no other question. I would just like to paste again the sign out form link. It's the same link that you sign in just now. So the workshop will continue tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock. So we will be using the same platform. So in case you have any question, you can drop your question at the Teams also. Okay, so just want to repeat. Do anyone still have any question? Okay, I think no question, then we can end the workshop. I will copy the recording of the workshop and make a copy at the drive also, just in case you can't watch this recording from Microsoft Teams, you can get the Google Drive link also.
Okay.
Just posted the link. You can sign out for this is for our record and then the issue of the e-certificate. Okay, thank you everyone. See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Chong.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.